Nature is an infinite sphere of which the center is everywhere and the circumference nowhere. Between us and heaven or hell there is only life, which is the frailest thing in the world. Few friendships would survive if each one knew what his friend says of him behind his back. Truth is so obscure in these times, and falsehood so established, that unless we love the truth, we cannot know it. All human evil comes from a single cause: man's inability to sit still in a room. Small minds are concerned with the extraordinary, great minds with the ordinary. Human beings must be known to be loved, but divine beings must be loved to be known. The heart has its reasons of which reason knows nothing. It is the fight alone that pleases us, not the victory. The eternal silence of these infinite spaces frightens me. There are only two kinds of men: the righteous who think they are sinners, and the sinners who think they are righteous. The strength of a man's virtue should not be measured by his special exertions, but by his habitual acts. Justice without force is powerless. Force without justice is tyrannical. All men's miseries derive from not being able to sit in a quiet room alone. Men never do evil so completely and cheerfully as when they do it from religious conviction. Love has reasons which reason cannot understand. In faith, there is enough light for those who want to believe and enough shadows to blind those who don't. Nothing gives rest but the sincere search for truth. When we are in love, we seem to ourselves quite different from what we were before. The least movement is of importance to all nature. The entire ocean is affected by a pebble. Noble deeds that are concealed are most esteemed. One must know oneself. If this does not serve to discover truth, it at least serves as a rule of life, and there is nothing better. People are usually more convinced by reasons they discovered themselves than by those found by others. Words differently arranged have a different meaning, and meanings differently arranged have different effects. Imagination disposes of everything. It creates beauty, justice, and happiness, which are everything in this world. We know the truth, not only by the reason, but also by the heart. Imagination decides everything. Man is but a reed, the most feeble thing in nature, but he is a thinking reed. If all men knew what others say of them, there would not be 4 friends in the world. The greatness of man is great in that he knows himself to be wretched. A tree does not know itself to be wretched. You always admire what you really don't understand. Eloquence is a painting of the thoughts. 2 things control men's nature: instinct and experience. Happiness is neither without us nor within us. It is in God, both without us and within us. Faith is different from proof. The latter is human, the former is a gift from God. If you gain all. If you lose nothing. Wager then without hesitation that he exists. Nothing is so intolerable to man as being fully at rest, without a passion, without business, without entertainment, without care. Time heals griefs and quarrels, for we change and are no longer the same persons. Neither the offender nor the offended are any more themselves. Contradiction is not a sign of falsity, nor the lack of contradiction a sign of truth. The sensitivity of men to small matters and their indifference to great ones indicates a strange inversion. The knowledge of God is very far from the love of Him. If our condition were truly happy, we would not seek diversion from it in order to make ourselves happy. It is natural for the mind to believe and for the will to love, so that for want of true objects, they must attach themselves to false. Atheism shows strength of mind, but only to a certain degree. We never love a person, but only qualities. If man made himself the first object of study, he would see how incapable he is of going further. How can a part know the whole? Men despise religion. They hate it and are afraid it may be true.